everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and if you've been here before, welcome back. Hopefully this is going to be a video you enjoy and learn from. So in today's video, we're just going to be talking about a few things, but I'm going to first start off with like what's going on this channel, because I posted like 2 videos and I disappeared, and I realized that I didn't do much planning before starting the channel, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because I did want to start the channel, so I was responsible to it. We're here now. You guys might be wondering why I'm looking all glammed up. Yeah, today we literally had our Thanksgiving, like my class, for passing our MB, our second professional exam. So obviously I assume you're a medical student if you're watching this, so you should know what that is, and if you don't, it's just my second professional exam as a medical student. I've got 2 more, and yeah, it was really tough. I'm going to make another video on what to do and what not to do when you're preparing for your pathology and pharmacology MB, so stick around if you want to watch that. So basically, I've been thinking lately if I'm doing too much as a medical student, and yes, sometimes I do feel like I'm doing too much. I'm putting too much pressure on myself, apart from being excellent academically, which is something I aim for, and I hope that if you're a medical student watching this, you also aim for, because being mediocre is never enough, especially if you're a Christian. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing too much. I have the pressure of doing well in school, the pressure of doing well at the sports I decide to do, which is volleyball, working on my relationship with God and everything, and then the pressure of being happy as a person, like wanting to make sure my social life is not suffering, make sure I'm putting enough time and effort into my relationships and stuff like that. So it gets overwhelming, but at the end of the day, when I have my downtime and I talk to myself, I realize that I'm not doing too much, because all the things I'm doing are making me happy and feel fulfilled at the end of the day. It's just about balancing and knowing when to step back, when to take a break from something, when to put more effort into something else, and the like. So like, I'm going back to what I said about starting the channel too soon. I'm still coming back here because this is something I really thought and prayed hard about before starting. This one, I did think about it and I prayed to God about it, and there's so much to be done on this channel, through this channel. So yes, it's something I'm very passionate about. I wish I had someone that really understood the intricacies of medical school that I could watch before going into it, and I want to be that person for a lot of people, and that's why I'm still deciding to push myself and do what I need to do for this channel. Okay, so now let's get into the main of this video. So I want to do a brief recap of what school was like last year, although I'm still going to do a different video, like I said, about pathology and pharmacology in general. But last year, beginning of last year, I was completing my junior clinical postings, so I did my pediatrics and O&G beginning of last year, wrote my exams, and thank you Jesus, they went well. Actually just checked my results for my O&G, and not bad. And then we went into the almighty pathology and pharmacology 2. That's the second part of it, and it was tough. I don't want to give away too much, but let me just say it was tough. And we ended up writing our professional exam in October, I think. Yes, and we thank God. Now I'm 500 level, so I passed. Thank God for that. And yeah, that was really what last year was about. Then I went home, and then I did like an elective posting thing for 5 weeks. It was supposed to be 6 weeks, but I did it for 5 weeks at Redacted Hospital, and it was so fun. It was a great experience. I learned a lot. I could have learned more and done more, but I'm grateful that I got to do it there. Now we're in February of 2024. I am now a 500 level medical student. Put some respect on my name. And currently going through community medicine. That's why I even have time to even film this video. God will give me the strength to film more videos when we're doing other things. But yeah, that is where I'm at now, and that's what last year was about. Going into this year, I just have a couple of goals that I want to share on here, because it will also help me be accountable to myself and to you guys. Number 1 is to apply myself more this year. As medical students, you can be tempted to literally float through medical school. Thankfully, God has helped me since my first year. This is my 6th year now in uni, and throughout all my classes, well, not all, let me be honest, but like from 300 level, I tried as much as possible to not just be there, but actually be present and realize that everything I'm learning is not just about passing exams and stuff. At the end of the day, all this knowledge is going to be applicable when I need to save people's lives, and that's a lot of pressure. But it's also good to remind yourself that you're not just any type of student. You're not going to be sitting down in an office typing stuff, except you're not planning on using your degree. But if you plan on using your degree to be a doctor, a medical doctor, a clinician, let me just say, you need to apply yourself. And so I want to be more intentional about that, especially now that I'm going into things that I enjoy more, that are more practical. Like the professional exam I'm going to write this year now is going to be pediatrics and O&G, and those are practical, those are like real. I don't know if you guys get what I mean, but I just want to be more present throughout the postings, throughout everything I'm learning. And yeah, so that's like my number one goal this year. Number 2 is to strive for excellence. One thing I learned in like second year was to avoid people that give advice about mediocrity or give advice to be mediocre. I had one friend that used to tell me, you just need to pass, you just need to get 50, as long as you pass is fine. It's great. Obviously not everybody has the same ability to be getting 80, 90, 100. Be realistic with the goals you're setting, but don't play yourself. Don't set goals that you look back on and be like, you'll be disappointed because you know you could have done better. And that's one thing I want to do. I know how well I can do. I know, God helping me, I'm unstoppable. So I don't want to surround myself with people that are going to give me negative advice, negative vibes, and all these things, so I can keep pushing myself to be excellent, because I can be excellent and I should be excellent. The third goal I have is to remain open-minded throughout everything I'm learning, throughout all the experiences I'm having. I want to remain open-minded. I want to remain positive about what I'm going to meet, what I'm going to face, even the ones that seem difficult, that seem challenging, that seem horrendous. I just want to keep an open mind. And as much as it's good to talk to your seniors, obviously, to know what their experiences were like and whatever, but don't let their own experiences shape your experiences. You still go in having your own expectation, what you're looking forward to, so you're not disappointed. The point is to go into every situation with an open mind, and by the time you now also relate it to being excellent and avoiding mediocrity, it will all come together. The fourth goal I have this year as a medical student is to be happy and genuinely enjoy the process of everything. If you're an ABUAD student, you know that if you're a Nigerian student, if you're a student in Nigeria, you know that being in Nigeria already complicates things, already makes things harder than it should be. But regardless, I want to take charge of my happiness. I want to take charge of enjoying the process of everything, even the parts that are going to be struggle, even the parts that are going to be ghetto, even the parts that are going to be raz, even the parts that are going to be tough. I want to enjoy the entire process, and being present, I feel, is going to help me, stay positive, stay happy, and truly just enjoy the ride. Surrounding yourself with people that have similar goals, people that have similar outlooks on life, people that also want to genuinely enjoy the process, not the people that will be complaining morning, afternoon, night. Any instruction they give, complain. Any message they send, complain. That sort of negativity is like a dark cloud, and that's the same thing. If you surround yourself with people like that, they're going to be dimming your shine, they're going to be making you unhappy, they're going to be transferring their negative vibes to you. So protect your energy, and that's what I intend to do this year. And last but not the least, this is actually, I just saved the best for the last, because this is actually it is my most important goal this year as a medical student and as a person in general, and that is to lean not on my own understanding. Medical school life in itself is tough. Life in itself is full of ups and downs, it's full of challenges, full of difficulties. It's not going to be all rosy. And to compound life, you are now a medical student. To compound that, you are now in Nigeria. To compound that, perhaps you're in a federal university where things might even be more difficult, where there are so many other factors that are influencing your education and all of that. So it is important that we don't trust in what we can do alone, or trust in our abilities, or trust in whatever, because we are nothing without God, we are nothing without him, we are nothing without his intentions for us. He has already gone ahead and seen what tomorrow will be without you even knowing. So if you think maybe you are the smartest person in the world, or you are the most brilliant, or maybe in your secondary school they were telling you you are this, you are that, so you should study medicine, and then you think that it's by that, sorry to disappoint you, but it is not. I have so many stories. Like, I actually have so many stories. Let me just segue to this story. When I was writing my first professional exam, I was sick. I'm not going to share too much information on what that sickness was, but I'm someone that I don't get sick often. I'm usually always seemingly healthy anyways. And just before my exam started, something happened to me. I called my parents and I was crying because I was in so much pain. And at this point, they were like, girl, I think you should come home. It's not worth it. And me, I was like, I've come too far. If I don't write this exam now, I'm just going to sit for receipts, and I don't want that. So I was praying. When I say I was holding God, I said, God, I can't do this. There's nothing I can read. What the sickness I was going through, I was just in a lot of pain, a lot of physical pain. And I was like, God, I can't do this on my own. There's no amount of reading practically that I can do that will be enough to pass this exam in this state. So I'm leaving it to you. I had IGMC on a Monday, and I was to use Saturday and Sunday to read for that. It's a paper on its own. No, there's no any addition to it. It's a paper on its own. If you don't pass it, you rewrite it. And I said, God, I have not read anything, but I need you. I need you. And I know that on my own, I'm a brilliant person. Thank God for that. And I could have easily been like, okay, I'll just jack from Saturday night to Monday morning and I'll be able to cover it. But I knew that there is nothing like, I don't know how else to explain it. I just knew that it's either God helped me or I failed this exam. And I was just like, God, please help me. I trust you, and I'm confident that I will pass this exam because I trust you. And guess what? I passed. And that was my highest score. That was my highest score in that MB. The exam that I just said, God, is only you. And ever since, I just realized that there's no amount of anything I want to do. If I tell you the countless instances of me or my friends where it was just divine direction, it was just divine guidance that led us to what to read. It's not by the effort. Personally, I know that as for me and my household, our trust is in God, and we don't lean on our understanding. We don't base our successes on what we feel we can do, because in that way we'll be disappointed mightily. So I just want to be more intentional this year, especially about not worrying, not being anxious about how much I've read, because to me, I feel like even though it's something I struggle with, anxiety is a manifestation of lack of faith to a large extent. Because if you've completely surrendered everything to God and completely put all your burden, all your trust in Him, you ought not to be anxious. Honestly, I hope that as you're watching this, you just pick one or two things that have spoken to you that you might want to add to your list of things that you would like to achieve, or list of goals that you have for yourself in 2024 as a medical student. And I pray that God will help you achieve them, and God will strengthen you to be excellent and to be content, to be happy, that even though you go through difficult times this year in school, that you will come out victorious. I hope you enjoyed this video, and just look forward to more videos to come. I've got a lot of ideas, and I just pray that I'll be able to execute them perfectly for you guys. Thank you for watching. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, like, comment. If you enjoyed this video, please share with your friends, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.